Hey everyone, RobloxDev here, back with another one where today I'm going to be teaching you about while loops. So this is the first out of the three types of loops there are. The third one is going to be more advanced, so we're going to do it later. But the next one is going to be next video. So anyways, let's get right into it by inserting a script into our server script service. So we're just going to call this, learning about loops. Something like that. Anyway, in here, we're going to create a variable. So local cheese equals 0. And I'll show you why we need that, or why we're just going to use it. So while, the first basic one is while true do. So this is the most basic one. It happens basically an infinite amount of times in basically infinitely zero amount of time. It's basically, if you remember math dot huge, it's basically math dot small, I guess. That doesn't exist, but right, yeah. So it doesn't exist. It basically does whatever's in here infinitely forever. So if I did anything here and ran it, it would crash my computer. That's why in these loops you always need to have a wait. But that's why you really don't use this much. Usually just do while wait do. And this, if you don't put anything inside the wait ever in a script, it's just gonna wait the smallest amount of time possible, which is about 0.0127. That's obviously not that specific, but somewhere around there. Really short amount of time, it's gonna wait it for you. That's better than typing .1, which is the same thing as also typing 0.1, but it's just, cooler, I guess. So anyway, in here, what you can obviously do is, print cheese. We're gonna use running for this, and as you can see, it's just gonna print 0 an infinite amount of times. The times to show you how many times it's been printed. So in this loop, if we do cheese equals cheese plus 1, what this does is it takes the value 0, and then it sets the value of cheese to the value of cheese plus 1. So it becomes itself plus 1. Hope that makes sense. So now what this is going to do is it's going to infinitely just create an increasing number really quickly. So there's that. There's also while. It's kind of like if statements, but while cheese equals 0, or obviously you need to do equal. So while cheese is equal, just it printed 1. Because the thing is, it set cheese to an increased value. So cheese became 1. Oh, that crashed it. That crashed it. Oh, let's hold on a second. There's a script exhaustion time. So the script is gonna stop running after 10 seconds. There we go. Exhausted the allowed execution time, my bad. So basically, this is the same thing as doing while true do. It ran an infinite amount of times, and as you can see, it crashed your computer 4,994 times before crashing. So if we just divide that by 10, 4,994 divided by 10. So it ran about 499 times a second. So I think we just divide by 60. Oh, actually, no, I did. So 500 times a second it was running there. So yeah. So what we can do is obviously, while the cheese is equal to 50. So while it's equal to or greater than 50, right? So we actually need to do less than here. So while it's equal to or less than 50. Wait. I actually really don't know math. So while it's equal to or okay. I may have crashed my computer because I failed elementary school math. Okay. I got it. That should work. Okay, it didn't work. Let's see what's wrong. Print cheese. Oh, we need to do cheese equals cheese plus 1. So while cheese is greater than 50, it should be while the cheese is less than 50. Oh, it's because we didn't add 1, I see. So as you can see, it's just gonna keep printing until 50. Oh, we went to 51. Maybe it was going so fast it went up or something. Oh, what happened is after it hit 50, it ran it one more time, so it just added 1. It became 51 and then printed it. So if I just like, let's see. Maybe if I put this here, it'll only go to 50. Yeah, it only went to 50. There we go. Because what it did is it printed it for the last time, added the value, and then it didn't print after that. So yeah. So that's another way you can do a while loop. Let's see, another way. You could use Boolean values as well. So cheese is equal to true. So while cheese is equal to true, because it's either two equals or it's a symbol like that. That's why there's two equals, by the way, just so one of them can be replaced by a symbol, I guess. So while cheese is true, and this is gonna crash the computer again for another 10 seconds, so I don't want to run it. But anyways, that's what it does. As long as cheese is set to true, you know it does that. So obviously this is gonna crash. So yeah, while loops are just they can also be used for making like a game loop. For example, murder mystery, they have a game loop. So basically the whole game goes through, you know, everyone gets their roles, all that stuff happens, and at the end of the game it resets, everyone's back to the lobby, and the whole loop, it gets run again. Random map, random roles, random spawn points, everything is set up and the players are put into the game. So that's another way loops are used. So for example, like epic mini games, that's another place. So yeah, so while loops, obviously you really, if you want to use while true to, just shove a weight in there, and cheese equals cheese plus 1. Obviously it doesn't know what cheese means yet, so it's gonna set this to like 1. Set it to 0, put that there, and it's gonna do the same thing. I never set to stop. So while cheese is greater than our, wait, let's see what this does. Okay, that I can't do that. There we go. So it's gonna keep going to 100, and it stops at 100. So there you go. That's basically how while loops work. Really quick tutorial about them. Next video, we're gonna be learning about repeat loops, and basically they just repeat something until something else happens. So stay tuned for that. Anyways, peace.